The phone buzzed as I turned onto the street. Snow falling, lights warm, windows glowing like forgiveness. I didn't read the text at first. I felt it, a tremor in my palm, a warning. It's just immediate family this year. I slowed, brake lights painting the snow red. My name didn't appear. It didn't have to. I could see the empty chair already. My chair. The one by the window where Mom used to put extra gravy because she said I liked things proper. Another message followed. We gave your seat to him. He's family now. The car idled. My breath fogged the windshield. Blood turned to ice so cleanly it felt surgical. I didn't reply. I didn't cry. I didn't knock. I put the car in drive and left the street like I'd never lived there at all. I'd been loyal before loyalty became a joke. I had paid for groceries when Dad's pride wouldn't let him ask. I'd flown home on holidays when my job begged me not to. I'd kept secrets. I'd smoothed arguments. I'd signed checks without signatures because family didn't need receipts. My sister learned early that gratitude ages into entitlement if you let it. She learned I'd always show up. She learned wrong. When she met him, the house shifted. He laughed too loud. He sat too easily. He called my parents by nicknames he hadn't earned. I watched my place shrink. Not pushed, replaced. That's the difference. They told me it was temporary. They told me to be patient. They told me love multiplies. They forgot that it also divides. The trigger wasn't the text, it was the photo. As I drove, my sister posted it. Table set, candles lit, my seat filled by a man who didn't know where the silverware drawers stuck. My father's hand on his shoulder like a knighting. Humiliation landed with weight. Not loud, dense, the kind that settles into your bones and rewrites your future. I pulled over, engine off, radio dead. I sat with the quiet and let something important die. Loyalty doesn't break, it expires. Cold logic slid in where heat used to be. Silence sharpened. I made a list without writing anything down. I knew the systems. I'd built some of them. I knew who owned what, who depended on which account. I knew the leverage points because I'd installed the levers myself. I didn't plan revenge. I planned balance. I drove past the house, past the town, past the version of myself that would have begged for a chair. By midnight, I'd already started. First, I withdrew my support. Quietly, automatic payments canceled, subscriptions ended. The safety net folded with the neatness of someone who knows how to pack. Then I made calls, not threats, updates, legal, precise, recorded. The family business registered in my name for tax efficiency returned to my name. Temporary arrangements ended permanently. I forwarded documents, signed nothing new, let deadlines do the talking. I didn't touch their money. I stopped touching mine. They noticed 3 days later. Dad called first, voice confused, hurt. I let it ring until voicemail learned patience. My sister texted paragraphs. I read them once, twice. She said, misunderstanding, like it was a spell. I responded with a calendar invite. 10 minutes, my office, no agenda. They arrived together, carrying outrage like luggage. My sister's eyes were red, her jaw tight. Mom hovered behind them, already apologizing to the air. I stayed seated. I spoke slowly. I explained nothing twice. I showed them the documents. I pointed to dates, signatures, clauses. Dad's shoulders sank first. He recognized the language. He'd trusted me to write it. My sister reached for emotion. I slid facts across the table. The fiancé tried to argue. I didn't look at him. Silence isn't absence, it's control. You took my seat, I said finally. Not accusing, stating. My sister opened her mouth. I raised a finger. She stopped. That seat, I continued, was never about dinner. I stood. They stayed small. I told them what family means when it's not performative. I told them what happens when you confuse access with ownership. No yelling, no insults. Just consequences arriving on time. The fallout wasn't explosive. It was structural. They lost the business within the month. The wedding downsized, then postponed, then quiet.
Invitations stopped coming. So did requests. I moved apartments, changed routines. I sent my parents a card. No address. Peace doesn't need witnesses. On Christmas the next year, I cooked for myself. Set one plate, one glass. I sat by the window. Snow fell again. Lights glowed again. I wasn't invited anywhere. I wasn't excluded from anything. Betrayal teaches you the cost of staying. Revenge teaches you the value of leaving. They thought they destroyed me by taking a chair. They forgot I built the table. And I finally learned this. Family isn't who keeps a seat warm for you. It's who notices when you're gone.